Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakudash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone taught us this truth. Shalom also to the Akim pushing this word in sincerity and in truth, and to the speckled bird across the four corners of the world, and to the few sisters who are listening to you. I say Shalom. Lord willing, this will be an edifying lesson on the brother Hadashi from the GM in Chicago camp, coming back at you with another lesson. And as you can see, the title of the lesson, it's The Truth is Not a Monthly Membership. So let's get right into it, and Lord willing, this be an edifying lesson. So the first scripture that I want to start off with is Revelation 3:15. It says, I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would that thou wert cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. And when it comes to this truth, man, you have to understand one thing. Hey, you got to count the cost, man. You got to know what you're involved, especially when it comes to doing the work. Because once you put your hand to the plow, and once you start to teach, and you start to basically, put these lessons up, you start to go out there on the highways and byways to teach, and you start to do the work. Hey, now you're going to be accountable for a lot of things, man. The scriptures make that very, very clear. Matter of fact, right here in the book of James, right, it says James 3:1. Let me get it right here. This is James 3:1. It says, my brethren, be not many masters, knowing that we shall receive the greater condemnation. So us that teach, the ones that are actually doing this work, the ones that are actually, feeding the flock, we're gonna, if we look, man, we're gonna be held more accountable than a believer, man. And it's very, very crucial that you remain diligent in this truth, man. Because if you start to get lazy, you start to drop the plow, you start to look, man, you start to look back, especially right now. Right now is not the time to be looking back, man. Right now is the time to, really remain focused, man. Let me see if I could get it in the NIV real quick. Let me see. It says right here in the NIV, James 3:1, it says, not many of you should become teachers, my fellow believers, because you know that we who teach will be judged more strictly. You see? That's very plain, man. That right there should strike fear in you, man, especially if you're you believe that you're a prophet and that you're a man of the Lord and so on and so forth, man. Because if you're pushing this word, man, you got to remain diligent. We have to keep feeding the flock. And that, I'm not just saying that, just to say that. I'm saying that to myself as well, man. I can't just be putting up these lessons and I'm not being diligent myself, man. You see? Hey, this goes for myself first and foremost, man. We all have to remain diligent, man. And us that teach, we're going to be judged more strictly, man. We're going to receive the greater condemnation if we do not remain diligent in this truth, man. And what's really scary is if you're in that lukewarm spirit, man, the Lord will spew you out, man. When you really think about it, man, all the men, especially, man, especially right here in Chicago, man, you start thinking about like certain brothers that, that fell out. It's like, man, bro, it's scary, bro, when you really think about it, man. And you have to really remain diligent. And that's one thing that, look, man, this truth is not a monthly membership. You can't just come into this truth, punch in when you want, you show up when you want. Nah, man. This is not just like, whatever type of membership where you could just cancel it, or, well, you know what? I don't want to go to camp anymore. You know what? I'm going to just give my walking papers. I'm going to just cancel my membership. Nah, man, you already put your hand to the plow. You already started doing the work. It says right here in Luke 9 and Luke 9 and 62, and Yahushua said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of God. So if you put your hand to this work, you put your hand to this plow, you got to keep plowing, man. There's no looking back. You can't go back into the world. What are you even going back to? Babylon is falling, man. And it's falling quick too. Like all the situations that are going on right now, man. You how can you not be diligent? There's so many topics to go into, so many prophecies that are jumping out the page right now, man. How can you not keep plowing? What are you looking back to right now, man? That's really the real question. What are you looking back to? Look, man, you have to keep doing the work. That's when you're really gonna start seeing the fruits of this labor. But you have to remain diligent, man. This is not a monthly membership where you could just boom, punch in, clock in, whatever, Nah, man, you have to actually be patient and wait. Look, it says right here, because I'm gonna read two parables. One about the field of the slothful, and one about coming to, basically, when you come to gather this wisdom and this instruction, right? It says right here, Proverbs 24:30 says, I went by the field of the slothful and by the vineyard of the man void of understanding, and lo, it was all grown over with thorns and nettles had covered the face thereof, and the stone wall thereof was broken down. Then I saw and considered it well. I looked upon it and received instruction. Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall thy poverty come as one that travelleth, and thy want as an armed man. And look, man, this truth is likened unto what? A husbandry. This is a laborious work. This truth requires you to plow and sow and throw the word out and go out there to teach and put up these videos and read and study and remain on point. And you're gonna get rebuked sometimes, right? And not actually sometimes. You're gonna get rebuked a lot, man. Especially when you first come in, because you're gonna have to let go of things that you used to do in the world, right? You're gonna have that superfluity, man, that residue of the old man. That's why it's very important to remain diligent in this truth. This is not a monthly membership, man. This is something that you have to show up to every day. This is a lifestyle, man. Hey, guys think that this is just like they think it's like a trend, Like, how people just hop on, Jake just be hopping on trends, man. Jake just be hopping like on vegetarian trends. Jake be hopping on Muslim trends. Jake want to hop on fucking the Black Lives Matter trend. Whatever fucking trend Jake want to hop. And when it comes to this truth, this is not a trend. Once you put your hand to this plow, man, this is something that you're gonna have to keep plowing. You're gonna have to keep sowing. And the field of the slothful, hey, look, his field was grown over with thorns and nettles. It said the stone wall was broken down. It was through. It was absolutely just done, man. Because this truth requires you to actually remain you have to constantly put in the work. Once you stop plowing, once you stop ultimately taking care of your field, so to speak, of course it's gonna be grown over with thorns and nettles and so on and so forth. Of course it's gonna be, all broken down because you're not taking care of it, man. This truth requires you to take care of it, especially. The scriptures talk about make full proof of thy ministry, so you have to carry out the whole mission, man. It says right here, especially if the Lord gave you a talent, man. If the Lord gave you a talent, over the years you've been multiplying the talents. Like, hey, man, you better keep multiplying the talents. You better keep enduring. You better keep pushing, man. You better keep plowing. Don't get weary of well doing, man. Right, especially right now, man. Well, there's nothing to look back to. It says right here, 2 Timothy 4:5. But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions. Why does it say that, man? Why does it say to endure afflictions? Especially right now that we're in Babylon the Great, man. We're living in a more wicked. And look, man, the wickedness has intensified by, man, like you can't, man. We're really in Babylon, bro. And we have to literally live through this. We're in captivity. We know we're the prophets. We know we're the men of the Lord. We know we're Yasharala. We know we're Israelites. But guess what, man? We're still in captivity. We still gotta go through this. We still gotta go through these afflictions, man. We still gotta go through. We're in these. We're in these chains of darkness, man. We're through without Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. But guess what? We have to endure afflictions through Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. We have the Lord now. We have a comforter. Now we have the truth. And that's another reason why we should remain diligent in the first place as well, man. Because when you really think about it, when we were in the world, we didn't have this spirit on us, man. Now we have the privilege to, make a lesson, man, and sacrifice unto the Lord. Now we have the privilege to really be in communion and sup with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. You see, the Lord chose us, man. We didn't choose this. When we were in the world, we didn't, look, man, we had no idea what any of these scriptures meant. But now that the Lord put the Spirit on us, we have the Lord has made us privy to this knowledge, man. Now we have Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, as a comforter, man. We have the comforter with us. We have the Holy Scriptures. We have the actual understanding and the simplicity of it, man. And that's very important because a lot of people bug out with this, man. Look, man, this truth requires you to endure afflictions. It requires you to endure, man. It requires you to be diligent, man. All right? These people in the world, they look, man, especially these other camps, they don't really push that. They're not really telling you to keep pushing the word, to keep prophesying. Hey, the scriptures tell you to covet, to prophesy, man. You should want these scriptures. Look, man, this word should put us like, man. Hey, like Jeremiah, man, it's like fire in your bones. It's like, damn, I just gotta go out there, bro. That's damn near how it felt today. Like today was Saturday. And today was Saturday, man. I was like, man, I gotta get on that train. I gotta go, bro. Like I couldn't wait to get to the line, man. You just gotta, like, man, because everything that's going on, it's like, it's exciting, man. Everything that's going on, and everything that's linking up with the scriptures, everything you see that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is really bringing his counsel to pass, man. You see? Salaki, if I'm rambling, but let me keep reading the scripture. It says 2 Timothy 4:5, it says, but watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry. So, hey, look, man, if the Lord gave you a talent, you have to look, man, you have to make full proof of that ministry. You have to carry out this whole. You have to carry out the whole mission. There's no, doing half of it and then you go back to the world and that's it, and you just hope that the Lord delivers you just off of that work that you did. Nah, man, the Lord ain't gonna do. Look, man, you have to actually do the work, man. It says right here, Sirach 7:15, hate not laborious work, neither husbandry which the Most High has ordained. And why? Hey, look, man, this work is likened unto husbandry. This work, we have to keep, sowing and toiling and, reaping and sowing. And we have to keep throwing the seed out there and doing that, man. We're not supposed to hate it. We're not supposed to hate laborious work. And look, man, certain guys actually fall out because they don't like going to, they don't like doing the work, just to simply put it. It's almost it's like an inconvenience to them to do lessons, or it's like an inconvenience to them to go out and teach and do the work. And you know what I'm saying, like it's not really in their schedule. It doesn't really line up with their plans. you know and look, man, you want to go ahead and go back into the world, you be my guest, man. But with everything that's going on, especially with the whole Iran and Israel situation, the Lord said he was going to use that he was going to the least of the flock to draw them out. And that's exactly what is going on right now, man. Everything that, look, you got earthquakes constantly going on. You got uproars of people in the world. You got famines. You got all these pestilences, people bugging out. You got man. Look, man, if I open, because I got my phone on airplane mode. Damn, look at the time. Call her line, like, how about Shimmy Shy? I got my phone, not my plane, but I got my phone on airplane mode. But if I take it off and I go in the news app, it's like so much things to go into. It's almost impossible to not be diligent right now, man. It's almost as if, what are you doing with your time, bro? How can you not be inspired by the things that are going on? And are you even reading? Like now that I'm really thinking about it, are you even reading? Because when you read and you start to filter things through the scriptures and you start to see what's going on in the world, and you start to read the scriptures, and you start to see, and you're looking down at the scriptures, and you're looking up at the situation, and you're putting two and two together, and you're like, oh, damn, like that's, how can you not be inspired, man? There's so much topics to go into, man. This truth is not, it's not a monthly membership, man. You have to put in the work daily. You have to die daily. You have to put in the work day in and day out, man. Hey, Yahushua taught in the temple daily. Hey, Paul, it said that day and night. It said he labored day and night, man. So look, man, this work that we're doing is not just a little Mickey Mouse house club where you could just, hey, Ak Shalom, and yeah, and oh yeah, Ak, did you do that thing? Did you Khan? Nah, bro. We're actually building something here, man. The Lord is raising up the tabernacle of David as in the days of old. Do you understand what that means? The Lord is raising up the tabernacle of David, the throne of David, man. Yahushua shed his blood for this, man. Do you understand that, man? This truth is not a boys club, man. This is not a fucking, just some weekend hangout type of deal. No, no, man. This is real work. This truth requires you to, hey, look, you got to feed the flock, man. It says right here, Sirach 19:1, a laboring man that is given to drunkenness shall not be rich, and he that contemneth small things shall fall by little and little. So look, man, especially look, this truth requires you to be diligent. If you start to contemn the small things, you're gonna start to fall by little and little. And you might think that, look, doing these lessons is not a small thing. I'm gonna just say that right now. But if you have a mindset towards doing this work as a small thing, hey man, oh man, that's a really terrible mindset, man. You're on your way out, because this truth, it requires you to feed the flock, man. There's a reason why the Lord told Peter that 3 times, man. He said, "Lovest thou me? Feed my sheep." We have to feed the flock, man. We have to do the work. We have to put up these lessons. We have to edify, man. While all these other camps are going into these weird, bugged out doctrines and using gimmicks and this, that, and the third, you know what the elect is thirsty for? They're thirsty for the real breakdown, man. They want to get fed. They want understanding. They really want to understand this word. And if the Lord gave you a talent, that means he gave you the ability to rightly divide the word of truth, man. These niggas in the world don't have that. He gave you the ability to teach. Think about that, man. That's not a light thing. That's not a light thing, man. At all. We have to make, look, let me see if I could, damn, what's that scripture? Let me see, let me see what other scriptures I have. It says right here in Matthew 9:37, or you know what? Actually, let me get this Sirach, because I read the Proverbs 24 about the field of the slothful, right? Because hey, when you're slothful in this truth, and we also read the one in Sirach about how this is husbandry and a laborious work, right? We're not supposed to hate laborious work, neither husbandry. Those are things that the Most High has ordained. And this truth also, we're called fishers of men. When you're out there fishing, right, which I really don't have any experience with fishing, right, but right here in Chicago, the brother Big Ock, the brother Adayanawa, hey man, that brother, man, shalom to that brother if he watches this lesson. Shalom. Man, I miss that brother, low key, man. But hey, man, that brother, he fishes a lot, and he used to say that when you're out there fishing, you have to be very, very patient. You have, sometimes it takes a long time when you're out there fishing, man. And with this truth, it takes patience, man. We're literally waiting on the Lord, to come deliver us, man. And certain guys get tired of doing the work. They get tired of going to camp. They get tired of patiently waiting on the Lord, man. Some guys lose patience, man. That's why this truth is that's why it's like we're likened unto fishers of men. This requires patience, man. That's why this truth is also likened unto what? Husbandry, man. When you're out there planting and sowing seeds and toiling your field and doing all of that stuff, that requires patience, man. Especially when you plant certain things. It takes, time for things to grow. Sometimes things don't even grow. You know, like you really got to think about that, man. This truth, you have to remain diligent for you to see the fruits of your labor, man. That's why I wanted to get this right here in Sirach 6:18. It says, "My son, gather instruction from thy youth up, so shalt thou find wisdom till thine old age. Come unto her as one that ploweth and soweth, and wait for her good fruits. For thou shalt not toil much in laboring about her, but thou shalt eat of her fruits right soon." And this truth, if you don't come unto her, especially this wisdom, man, this truth, you gotta, you gotta honor wisdom, man. If you don't honor wisdom, this wisdom will quickly leave you. This look, man. The Lord is not playing about this. If you're not diligent about this truth, especially, the way that you handle this wisdom, because wisdom is not manifest unto many. Matter of fact, let me keep reading. It says she is very unpleasant to the unlearned. He that is without understanding will not remain with her. And look, a lot of guys, they come into this truth and they think it's about growing a beard and cursing out the white man and, you know, fuck this and fuck that and blah blah and woo woo. Nah, man, you gotta change. You gotta actually abide in wisdom. You gotta apply these things that are written, and it changes you, man. You see, it literally changes you. You have to actually apply this word. When you start to, actually start to be diligent in this truth, and the Lord starts to sup with you, and He starts to give you understanding of the word. You start to really see, like, damn, man, like this place is through, man. Like and you know what? That mindset too. When the Lord really starts to show you really sup with you, man, that helps you be more diligent in the truth, because it helps you remain focused, man. Because it lets you know, like, look, this world is about to pass away. Hey, what mindset should we be in right now, man? Knowing that all these things should be dissolved, right? Like it says in 2 Peter 3:10 or 3:11. I know it's somewhere there. Lord willing, it says, knowing that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, man. So our conduct and the way that we're moving right now, we should be diligent, man. If the scriptures talk about give your diligence to make your calling and election sure, we have to be working out our salvation with fear and trembling. Why? There's a reason why these things are written, man. It is to put you into remembrance. It's to let you know, man. They're not just there, as fancy little proverbs, where people could just, so you could just put it on your little Facebook page and your little Instagram page, and you just look all wise. No, man. These are things we have to apply, man. These are things we have to actually put into our life, man. You see? It says, verse 21, she will lie upon him as a mighty stone of trial, and he will cast her from him ere it be long. For wisdom is according to her name, and she is not manifest unto many. You see, so this truth, this wisdom is not manifest unto many, man. This truth, you have to honor it, man. You have to really come to this truth with a certain, you have to really fear the Lord first and foremost, man. Guys think this is a trend. They think it's about, everything else but the word, man. They think it's about gimmicks and stuff. And nah, man, you have to teach, man. When you put your hand to the plow and you're out there, call yourself teaching the word. Hey, look, man, you got to actually be on point. You can't just be winging it, man. You can't just be out there, just bringing things out your ass, man. Just whatever bullshit, bogus ass breakdown, man. Feeding Jake, bogus ass breakdowns, man. You really got to think about it, because when Jake watches these videos, they're taking notes, man. Shit, I know when I first came in, hey, look, man, I'm not that old in the truth. I barely came in not that long ago, man. In 2020. I'm still taking notes. I watch videos from the apostles and elders. I'm taking notes constantly, right? And especially when I first came, man, I still got all the notebooks, man. I was taking so many. I still take. Look, man, it's so many notes, man. So you gotta imagine, like, Jake be watching these bugged out videos from IUIC and ISUPK and Sakari and whatever, right? Which you could learn some things, but those camps be bugged out, man. It'd be a lot of gimmicks. And Jake, right now, Jake, like, they see everything that's going on in the world, and like, now it's kind of, they're getting like a little bit of fear in them, so they're trying to see what's going on, and they're trying to see what's up. Some of them are becoming Muslims, some of them are becoming, they're trying to see what's up with the truth, and they're sincerely, they're trying to sincerely see what this is about. You got to imagine that, man. They're taking notes on these bugged out videos, man. And that's why it's important for us to have the real 100% truth, man, to remain diligent. Because when these, look, man, when the influx comes, man, you're gonna look, man, you're gonna see why it was so crucial to remain diligent, man. Why it was important to study, why it was important to read, why it was important to constantly do this day in and day out, man. Because when that influx comes, man, and all those questions come, and this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, this, and da, 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 you're going to be built up for it, man. You see? And this wisdom, look, man, is not manifest unto many. If the Lord gave you a talent, man, stay diligent in it, man. Keep increasing that talent. Keep pushing the word. Keep fighting for this truth, man. You see? And soon enough, guess what, man? We're gonna, hey, look, soon enough, man, we're gonna eat of her fruits right soon. Just like it says in Sirach, right here, 6 and 19. We just have to remain diligent, man. We have to just remain patient and keep pushing this word. See, that's what a lot of guys, get tired of doing, man. They get tired of waiting. They get tired of pushing. They get tired of, waiting for the Lord. They start to contempt small things. They start to, be given to drunkenness. They start to, they make this like a light matter almost, It says right here, Matthew 9 and 37, it says, Then saith he unto his disciples, The harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest, that he will send forth laborers into his harvest. So, hey, look, this truth requires work, man. And that's why, look, man, the harvest truly is plenteous. There's a lot of things to do in this, and especially, as things are increasing, as things are, really ramping up and increasing, and things are really starting to jump off the page, you're gonna start having more believers, man. The harvest truly is plenteous, man. Like, Jake really is waking up, man. But hey, look, it says the laborers are few. Who, no people, who really is willing to do this work, man? Is like, man, like, Jake sees this, and they don't really want to do this. That's what, a lot of Jake passes by camp, and they don't really want to they get scared. They don't really they. I remember Jake, at the Northside camp. He passed by. He was basically, he was listening to camp. He was just watching, and listening and asking questions and whatever. And then he basically said that he always saw us at the Roosevelt camp, which is where we, where where Elder Malcolm camps, right? And other brothers, especially, right there on Roosevelt, that's where a lot of brothers be camping, man. It's like a lot of brothers be camping right there, man. And especially when brothers from out of town come, right? A lot of brothers, we that's where we be camping, man. He said, "Oh, I always see you brothers right there." Look, man, a lot of a lot of Jakes, they know about this truth, but they don't really, they kind of like scared to go out and teach, man. They're scared to really go up and ask questions. They really just don't care or whatever it may be, man. But if the Lord woke you up to this truth, man, look, man, you gotta remain diligent. And especially, look, if the Lord gave you a talent, when these Jakes start to wake up, hey, look, man, look, Salakia. When all these Jakes start to really wake up, man, you're gonna see that you're gonna really see the Salakia, the you're really gonna see the, what's the word I'm looking for? You're gonna really see why, like, it really is all gonna make sense, man. All that hard work, all the afflictions you endured, all that reading you did, all that studying you did, all those lessons you took, all those all those camps you went out to, man. And over here in Chicago, man, look, a lot of guys don't want to teach in Chicago, man. Over here in Chicago, the winters be, man, it be cold, bro. Like, sometimes you're out there, man, and it be like you can't even open your eyes. I know sometimes you're out there, and my hands would be through, man. Like, I couldn't even flip the pages sometimes because it would be so cold. But you're out there, so you feel the spirit on you, so you just keep teaching, man. You're just out there, you're just, man, man, fuck the cold. And you just you you're just out there teaching, man. Some guys don't want to go out there and teach, man. Yeah, I could just imagine other cities too, But over here in Chicago, the winters be cold, man. It be below zero, man. Sometimes you can't even feel your face, man. It be cold, bro. Sometimes you be having to put on two jackets, man. It be bugged out, man. I don't even know why it gets that cold. I don't know. But look, man, look, the point is the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. There's a lot of work to be done, but hey, who really wants to do this work? Not a lot of people really want to do this work, man. So if the Lord gave you a talent, and you've been blessed to basically do this work, because it's a blessing to be part of the ministry. It's a blessing to even be part of doing this work, man. To even have a talent and to be able to prophesy, man. That's a blessing. To be able to teach, man. Do you not realize the reward that's about to come, man? The Lord is not. Let me get that actually. This is the book of Hebrews 6 and verse 10. It says, "For God is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love." This is a labor of love. And there's going to be a reward after this, man. It says, "which ye have showed toward his name." and that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. So this work, look, man, what comes after this is gonna be everlasting life, right? And Lord willing, if we be part of that number, Lord willing, we do be part of that number, right? That's why we're doing this work. That's why we're pushing so hard, right? We want to be part of that number, man. Lord willing, we do be part of that number. Look, if it's in the Lord's will. And if we do be part of that number, we're about to be, look, man, joint heirs with Yahweh Shai, man. Not only eternal life, but an eternal rulership, man. A kingdom, a crown, real, actual life, man. You see? Well, what comes after this, man, is gonna, everything is gonna make sense, man. You're gonna realize, like, damn, like, man, thank God that the Lord, that, man, the water Yahweh Shem Shai for calling me into this, for really, for allowing me to do this work, because really, the Lord is allowing us to do this, man. The Lord really is allowing us to do this. And if the Lord has allowed us to do this, how hard should we be pushing, man? How hard should you be, really toiling and, pushing this word and really, because it says right here of 1 Thessalonians 2:4, but as we were allowed of God to be put in trust with the gospel, even so we speak. So we've been allowed of the Most High to be put in trust with this good news. You got to really think about that, man. When your parents allow you to get the keys for the car for the first time, you're you're like 16, you just got your driver's permit, man. This is the first time you get the keys, man. They allow you to get the keys, man. You you're stopping at every stop sign. You're watching every, you're trying to be on point every time because they're allowing, you're trying to take care of what they've allowed you to be put in trust with, man. And the Lord has allowed us to be put in trust with something far more important than a car key, man, and a car. The Lord has put us in trust with the gospel, the good news, with the word, man. And like how we read that James 3:1, we who teach are going to receive the greater condemnation. We're going to be judged more strictly, man. And if the Lord put us in trust with this gospel, what are we supposed to be doing, man? We're supposed to be pushing it. We're supposed to be increasing the talent. We're supposed to be diligent in this, man. This is not no monthly membership. We have to keep speaking these words, man. There's a reason why the Lord put this word, in men. There's a reason why the Lord wants this word to be spoken, man. The Lord wants these words to be heard, man. He wants people to fear. He wants people to wake up, man. He wants the elect to wake up, hear this word, repent. And he wants these Egyptians to be afraid, man. These Babylonians, man. He wants them to be afraid, man. And ultimately, we're supposed to be setting our face against Mount Seir, man, and prophesying against it, man. We're supposed to be really prophesying this good news unto you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and you Native Americans, telling you to repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand, and prophesying against these heathen nations, and really the head of them, Amalek, man, Esau. We know who you are, man. But you're not the focus of this, you ain't the focus right now of this lesson. Even though you're the focus really of what's going on right now, prophetically. Right now, hey man, look, brothers got to remain diligent, man. The Lord really put us in trust with the gospel, man, the good news. The Lord put the word in you to be able to curse Esau out. Think about that, man. The Lord put the word in you to be able to wake Israelites up, man. He put the good news in you. He put the right breakdowns, the understanding, the wisdom, the understanding. Those things are of the Lord, man. The scriptures say that. It says understanding of the law and all that. That's of the Lord, man. If the Lord gave us that, right? Shouldn't you take care of it? Shouldn't you, right? Shouldn't you? Let me see real quick if I could get this. This is Sirach 11 and 15. It says, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the law are of the Lord. Love and the way of good works are from him. So the fact that we even understand this truth and the simplicity of it, man, look, man, that's really of the Lord. The fact that we understand this truth, look, man, that's really a blessing. And it says, and the way of good works are from him. The fact that we even have the ability to even be doing this work, that means the Lord put the spirit in us to do these good works, man. That's from him. You should be inspired, man, really to really be pushing this word, man. It's so raw, man. Like when you really start to think about it, like it's so surreal, man. The Lord really called us into this truth, man. Like the Lord, really, like it's so, man, call her Liam like how about Shemiel Shai? How can you not praise the name of the Lord? How can you not feed the flock? How can you not just, like, man, bro? I know I'm going on a tangent, but it's just, damn, man, like you just gotta, let me read this real quick. Jude 1 and 3. It says, beloved, when I gave all diligence to write unto you of the common salvation, it was needful for me to write unto you and exhort you that ye should earnestly contend for the faith which was once delivered unto the saints. And that's how we have to be in this truth, man. We have to earnestly contend, sincerely and truthfully fight for this truth, man. Really strive for the truth. The scriptures tell us to do that. The scriptures tell us to strive for the truth unto death. You see? And when you start to consider Yahushai, right, the author and finisher of our faith, and what he endured and what he had to get through to ultimately for us to really understand this truth today and to receive the Holy Spirit, man, and to really, really wake up and receive this good news and to repent and to be waiting on him. You really got to think about that, man. That's a miracle. We didn't understand this truth, man. And when you start to really consider what Yahushua had to go through for us to receive this truth, that really lights, that really puts a certain fire in you to really, really push this word, man. Because you start to see like, man, bro, fuck me, bro. This is, fuck whatever life I had, whatever ambitions, whatever dreams, whatever. Fuck this shit. It's about Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai now, bro. I gotta push the word, man. That's really how I feel, man. This truth, like really, the Lord, what the Lord has given to us, man, it's a blessing. It really is, man. And if we endure to the end and we keep pushing and keep putting our eggs into this one basket, man, we're about to receive a reward that it's not going to compare to anything else that this bitch ass little dumbass fucking weak ass world has to offer, man. It says right here, Matthew 13 and 44, it says, again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure hid in a field. You see, this is a treasure, man. The which when a man has found, he hideth, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he has and buyeth that field. It says he sold all that he had, man. You got to really think about that. Certain guys can't even give up, you know, I wouldn't even say a wife, because certain, so, guys be falling out for that, and they just it'd be bugged out, man. But you know what? I am gonna say that, certain guys, their woman leaves them, and their whole world crashes, man. They can't even give up certain things, man. But it says right here that this man sold all that he had and bought that field, man. Why? Because there was treasure hid in that field. And that's what the kingdom of heaven is likened unto, man. This truth, man, when you really start to think about it, like, damn, the Lord really has called us into a long-term investment, a real blessing, man. The Lord has really called us into this truth. The Lord has really allowed us to be put in trust with this gospel and to labor in it, man. If the Lord gave you a talent, that's a real, like, man, bro. Do you understand how heavy that is? Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai saw fit to give you a talent, man. That's heavy, bro. When you really think about it, you should be pushing. You should see how you could increase that talent, how you could please the Lord more, how you could get more talents, man. Striving lawfully, of course, right? And remaining humble, right? You just got to remain diligent, man. Earnestly contending. It says, verse 45, Matthew 13 and 45, again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a merchantman seeking goodly pearls, who, when he had found one pearl of great price, went and sold all that he had and bought it. Hey, look, man, it said he sold all that he had and bought it. You really got to think about that, man. Are you willing to give up everything that you have just to get this, to acquire Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man? Because it said, look, that's the mentality that Paul had. It said he counted all things dung to win, to be found in Hamashiach. Let me just get it. That he may win Hamashiach. It says right here, Philippians 3 and 8, yea, doubtless, and I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of Hamashiach Yahushai my Lord, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things. Why did look, we just read, right, that the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man, to when he found treasure hidden in a field, right? He sold all that he had, right? Even the man that was looking for goodly pearls, when he found that good pearl, he sold all that he had. Who's that good? Who is that? Who's that treasure? Who's that pearl? That's Yahweh Shai, man. You see? When you really start to understand this truth, you can't help but prophesy, man. You can't help but be diligent and push this word, man. You damn near fucking curse out your whole fucking house, man, to just make a lesson, bro. To just remain diligent, man. We shouldn't be doing that, of course, right? That's bugged out. But like, look, man, it's like, man, you just want to go and make a lesson, bro. It's to the point where you're just trying to make a lesson, and now you got people calling you. Now you got, this person wants to hang out. Oh, now this person wants to do this. Oh, now this cousin pulls up. Oh, now this person playing music. Like, man, you're just trying to do a lesson, bro. It's just, come on, bro. You're just trying to teach. You go to the park. You're trying to teach at the park. Motherfuckers start pulling up, fucking annoying ass kids. Fucking kids start breaking their shit, fucking start crying and shit. Oh my God, interrupt the whole lesson, man. You're like, man, bro, like it really, like, damn. But look, man, the Lord has really blessed us to call us into this truth, man, and to for us to be able to teach and to really look, man. Salakia. Look, man, the Lord has really, the Lord has really given us a privilege to be able to preach this word, man. And we have to be willing to count all things. Hey, we have to, hey, Paul suffered the loss of all things, man. It says, and do count them but dung that I may win Hamashiach. So this truth, look, man, this truth, when you really understand what it's about, man, how can you not prophesy? How can you not want to do a lesson and put up these videos and feed the flock, man? When you really think about what Yahushua went through, why Paul was so diligent, why the disciples, right, why the apostles were so diligent, why the prophets of old were constantly, inquiring diligently, right, and constantly, praying to the Lord and calling to the Lord about how he was gonna, right, and all these. Let me just read that, because now I want to read that for edification's sake, because the prophets of old literally, they were diligently inquiring about the times that we're living in right now, man. It's just so exciting. How can you not prophesy, man? How can you not make a lesson, man? How can you not watch the news and just, damn, let me make a lesson about that? Or, it says First Peter 1:10, it says, of which salvation the prophets have inquired and searched diligently, who prophesied of the grace that should come unto you, searching what manner of time the spirit of Hamashiach which was in them did signify, when it testified beforehand the sufferings of Hamashiach and the glory that should follow. So the prophets of old, they were inquiring and searching diligently, man. Constantly, trying to see what manner of time the spirit of the Lord was gonna come, what was gonna happen, what was gonna the glory that was gonna follow, the sufferings that he was gonna go through, this, that, and the third. You really gotta think about that, man. And then you gotta think about when Yahushua was actually on the scene. There was actual eyewitnesses, man, disciples, but the Lord, man, it's so heavy when you really start to think about it, man. These men were really pushing the word. They were really being diligent in this, man. And now in these last days, the Lord has put the Spirit on us. We've stepped into other men's labors. We have to be diligent in this, man. This is not a fucking a Mickey Mouse house club, man. This is real. This is real, man. The Lord is really raising up the tabernacle of David, man. This is not something that, you could just come in, a monthly membership, punch in when you want, and this, that. No. This is not that, man. If that's what you think of this, man, you go, man. Just get the fuck on, man. That's so disrespectful, man. After what Yahushua had to go through, man, what all the prophets had to go through in order for us to get this word, man. What the disciples had to endure, what Paul had to endure to deliver these epistles and so on and so forth. The work that he did, going from place to place, all the afflictions that he had to endure, man. All the things that brothers have to endure. Also, too, everything that Yahushua had to endure. And you like, man, how can you not just be inspired to just push harder, man? Just to keep enduring and keep fighting and keep pushing this word, man. It says right here, Philippians 3 and 9, it says, and be found in him, not having my own righteousness, which is of the law, but that which is through the faith of Hamashiach, the righteousness which is of God by faith. So, if we truly believe in Yahweh Shai, then we're going to walk as he walked. And how did Yahweh Shai walk, man? He taught in the temple daily. It says right here in 1 John 2 and Salakia says 1 John 2 and 6. He that saith he abideth in him ought himself also so to walk, even as he walked. So if you say that you abide in the Lord, if you say you're in this truth, right? Oh, I'm in the truth. Oh, I'm in the truth. I know the truth. You have to walk even as he walked. And Yahweh Shai taught in the temple daily. And not only that, but he was humble as well. Yahweh Shai, hey, he made himself of no reputation, man. You really got to think about that, man. You really got to think about that. He was healing people. He was curing them of blindness. He was teaching. He was doing that daily, man. All while not, all while having no reputation, man. And he was constantly, daily, day in and day out, man. That's how we have to walk. And that's really a cut. That's a cut to myself as well, man. We should really be on fire for this truth, man. Daily, we should really, daily, we should be putting up lessons, man. Daily, we should be feeding the flock, man. You see? Yahweh Shai taught daily, man. He was constantly, feeding the flock. He was constantly, man, it's so heavy when you really think about it, man. And he knew that he was gonna suffer as well, man. And he endured that, man. All for the joy that was set before him. You really got to think about that, man. You really got to, man, the Lord has really given us a talent to teach and push His word. That's not a light thing, man. This truth is not this truth is not a monthly membership, man. All right? I'm going to read, matter of fact, I'm going to read Revelation 3 and 15 one more time, and I'm going to close out. This is Revelation 3 and 15. It says, I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would that thou were cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. So you have to be on fire for this truth, man. Yeah, it's either one or the other, man. It's either you're cold or hot, man. Because the Lord is not going to deal with that lukewarm spirit, man. You got to be on fire for this, man. This truth is not a monthly membership, man. You can't just come up in here, get tired of it. I'm going to cancel my membership. Nah, man. This ain't that, man. You want to do that, go fucking kick rocks in some fucking Christian church, man. Go fucking play hopscotch in the parking lot. Fucking food drive and, give homeless people food and shit. Clap and cry and hug each other and go do that over there, man. You could go cancel your membership over there whenever you want. But over here, once you put your hands to this plow, man, there's no going back, man. You have to do this day in and day out, man. This is not a monthly membership, man. So with that, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who taught us this truth. Shalom and Abba Baba.